This is question 4 from a worksheet I gave some time ago, a revision worksheet, okay, on Surds. We are given that A and B are integers. Find the value of A and B if this is true. Sorry, I worked out already, and A and B are not integers, they are just constants, because later you will not be able to get integer for B, I think. Okay, so you are given this and you're asked to find the unknown A and B. Now the unknowns are at the denominator, so if you try to rationalize the left hand side, okay, you try to rationalize the left hand side, and the right hand side you just leave it. You will find that because you multiply the conjugate of this, and that is to change this sign here, okay, you will find that you will end up with a squared minus 3b squared at the denominator, and at the numerator I haven't even expanded yet, okay, but if I were to expand the numerator, I will end up with a term in x, or I will end up with some a and b unknowns at the numerator, and at the denominator already got two unknowns, and not only that, they are squared. So this approach is very complicated, so I would not recommend that you use this approach. So in the exam, if you do something like that already, right, then you are not sure, this might not be the correct way because it's so complicated, right? You don't cancel like what I do first, you leave it one side, then you go and try your other method first. So what I'm trying next is, I'm going to try multiplying both sides by this. So effectively is to multiply this to this, okay, and I'll end up with this, and when I expand this times this, I get this, remember, put the number first, minus times minus, sorry, this is plus times minus, it is minus, then 5a, that's a number, then square root 3, okay, then minus b times 9 is minus 9b, okay, and this minus b, square root 3 times minus 5 square root 3, you settle the square root 3 times square root 3, that will give you a 3, but there is a minus times minus, and that's a plus, and there's a b times 5, so that's 5b. So when you work it out, you will get 15b. So that's how these four terms are obtained. Now, after this, you cannot do things blindly. Now, can you see that this method is so much less complicated than this other method, where you have unknowns at the denominator, unknowns at the numerator. Okay, so you have to be smart and know when to give up on a certain method. So let's see. We have now these four terms, and you look at the left side. The left side will determine how you group the right hand side. So I noticed that there is a constant term here, meaning number without any surd, and there is another number here with surd. So I group the right hand side into all purely numbers without surd. I put a bracket, and on the right hand side I group all the terms with surd. Minus 5a I put inside the bracket, this is always plus, okay, and minus 9b I put inside the bracket because this is a surd. Now after I've done that, right, the numbers that does not contain any surd, of course, must be equals to 4. So that's how I get this. And the numbers with surds, okay, this coefficient here, remember coefficient, polynomial, we learned that, this 2 must be equals to this thing. Alright, then you solve simultaneously. I times 5, times 5, times 5 throughout. I times 9 throughout to make this 45 minus 45. Then I add them together. Then I can find my B, and then later I can find my A.